Hello, my name is Nick Reagan, and today I want to share with you some information about applying for financial aid at CWI. This guide is meant to provide you a brief overview of the financial aid process, and I will summarize how to start an application, the types of financial aid available, unfamiliar terms and acronyms, and how much aid you can expect to receive. First and most important step in applying for financial aid is starting and completing a FAFSA application. To begin a FAFSA application, you'll need to go to the studentaid.gov website and create an account, which they call an FSA ID. Keep in mind that this account on studentaid.gov is not only for filling out the FAFSA application, but also allows you to view and manage other aspects of your financial aid. So you'll want to make sure you remember your account details. The FAFSA application consists of questions about your personal information, about family members, finances, and other questions that are similar to that. It's a good idea to collect relevant documentation beforehand to save time, and these things include things such as your social security number, your family member's social security number, and your income information. Three main types of financial aid available are grants, student loans, and scholarships. Studentaid.gov is a valuable resource, and you can always check it for a more in-depth explanation. So grants are financial aid awards that you don't have to pay back, and the most common and substantial one that students receive is the Pell Grant. Student loans can be tricky, but are mostly put into two types, subsidized and unsubsidized. You have to pay both of these back eventually, but subsidized loans do not accrue interest while you're in school, and unsubsidized loans do accumulate interest. This means that you should try to avoid unsubsidized loans unless necessary. Scholarships are similar to grants in the way that you don't have to pay them back, though you mostly have to apply for scholarships. Generally, scholarship applications have you fill out a survey or write a short essay about yourself, but not all do and are worth checking out to see if you apply. Next, I want to quickly define some terms that you'll commonly see but might be unfamiliar with. You'll see the term dependent very often. In the financial aid context, it means relying on someone for financial assistance. If the application asks you who your dependents are, they are asking who you support financially. If it asks if you are a dependent, it's asking who supports you financially. Household is another common term. It refers to all the people living in your house. And EFC, or expected family contribution, is the score you get at the end of the FAFSA, and it determines in part how much aid you will receive. Part of financial aid that is extremely important are the due dates. FAFSA must be renewed each year, and it is significantly easier than the first time because it saves most of your info. All you have to do is update anything that has changed within the recent year. Other important dates to remember are the financial aid disbursement and refund dates, especially for first-time borrowers because the dates are different for returning and new students. The disbursement date is when the aid is available to pay for classes, books, and college-related expenses, while the refund date is when the leftover money is sent to you through whatever refund method you chose. At this point, you're probably wondering, how much student aid will I get? I'd love to give you an exact answer, but it's a little complicated. How much you get is mainly decided by individual circumstance. For example, a first-time borrower will receive less financial aid than somebody who's in their second year, and someone in their third or fourth year will receive even more. Basically, the government will loan you more money as you gain trust, and you gain trust by completing college courses. However, the main factors that determine how much aid you will receive are financial need and enrollment status. Financial need is exactly what it implies. The more money you need, based on your FAFSA application by the way, the more money you will get. Enrollment status means how many classes you are taking, which are put into four categories: less than half-time, half-time, 3/4 time, and full-time. Basically, the more classes you have, the more financial aid you will be eligible for. So if you have a high financial need and a high enrollment status, you can generally expect to get more money. Checking the status of your financial aid is a necessary part of the process. so that you can make sure everything is going smoothly and to preemptively correct any problems. Checking financial aid status at CWI is made fairly easy. First, you'll need to log into the my.cwi.edu website with your student account, and there should be two buttons on the right-hand side of the web page called My Toolkit. Inside of My Toolkit, there is a financial aid menu that contains a range of useful information about your personal financial aid status, and this web page is an extremely useful tool for managing financial aid, especially if you're just starting out and need to figure out what to do next. One part that has helped me a lot is the checklist inside of the financial aid menu, which retroactively shows the tasks that you still need to complete. Quickly summarizing the points made about financial aid in this video, you should start by registering an account on studentaid.gov and ideally gathering documentation about yourself and your family beforehand, and then completing the FAFSA application. Knowing the difference between types of financial aid that are available will save you headaches in the future and can help you save some money too. Types of financial aid can be broadly categorized as grants, scholarships, subsidized loans equals good, unsubsidized loans equals bad. It's also a good idea to familiarize yourself with the yearly FAFSA and CWI financial aid disbursement and refund dates. And if you're like me and you have a lot of trouble remembering dates, I'd recommend writing them down on a calendar, in a notepad, or a whiteboard, or whatever works best for you. Then, after you've completed and submitted the FAFSA application, you should check on the status of your financial aid throughout the process using the My Toolkit webpage on my.cwi.edu. I hope this guide has helped you navigate the CWI financial aid process, at least a little bit. Thanks for watching.